The first thing you're probably wondering is, oh my gosh, Laurasia's hair got so long. This is a quick weave, something I call a 360 invisible part quick weave. Stay tuned and enjoy. It's been forever since my YouTube girlies have seen me in a quick weave, and I am so hyped for today's video. This video is sponsored by ISEEHAIR. They sent me 4 bundles, 20, 22, and 2 times 24. It is their Mongolian Kinky curly, and it is something like a 3C4A curl pattern. I did co-wash the hair off camera with some silicone mix and Denman brush to get those curls to pop. To start this quick weave off, I'm prepping my hair. I wanted minimal leave out because I wanted this quick wave to look as natural as possible. I sectioned off the perimeter of my hair, and I also did a middle part. I am the definition of PCOS scalp. It's basically when your scalp has an appearance of balding, and it's a form of alopecia. Instead of feeling sad about it, I think I finally just got to a point where I didn't want to be embarrassed anymore, and I just wanted to figure out ways to camouflage this type of PCOS flare up when it happens, and just come up with different styles to make me and my other PCOS girlies more confident and have other options than just wearing a wig. After I braided the middle part and perimeter, I did a few plaque braids straight back, and this section of my hair will be the hair underneath the quick weave. And I did make sure that I moisturize my scalp and my hair beforehand so it minimizes any itching I may have later on. So this quick weave base is sweat proof, and I protect my hair with 3 layers of protection. My first layer will be my black jelly, and this is to protect my hair from any products touching my scalp. I applied this with an applicator brush and put some cloth strips on my braid just to lay that product down, make my hair lay down, and I just blow dried that for 10 minutes on warm heat. And then after about 10 minutes, I just took the strips off and blow dried for another 5 minutes. The second layer of protection will be this Bold Hold liquid gold. This is a liquid adhesive and is really good for laying down your ball cap, and I'm using a stocking cap as my third layer, and just decided to make a ball cap to protect my hair from the hair glue. I put that liquid gold on first, then I put on that stocking cap and pushed that down with that applicator brush that I had. I'm not applying any more of the liquid gold. I'm just using any of the excess that was on the brush just to help me push that product into the stocking cap, because when this starts to dry, it becomes really hard. Once it's dry, I just got some scissors and carefully cut around that stocking cap, and you guys can see that this ball cap is holding on for dear life, and this quick weave base is good to go to glue in those tracks. Before I glue in all the bundles, I'm going to be taking this wig grip spray from ORS. I am a lover of all the ORS products. I've been using a lot of them lately, and none of them let me down. I like to use this for laying down my wigs, but I also like to use it for installing my bundles because it makes the glue have something to stick to. So even though they did send me 4 bundles, I only ended up using 3 bundles in 20, 22, and 24. But I'm going to be putting that shortest bundle in the back so that when I go in to layer the hair, all I have to do is just cut the ends and the hair naturally falls layered on its own. I just took my time slowly measuring out all of my bundles and gluing them in. You want to just make sure you're taking your time when you're doing this part because you don't want, number one, any excess hair glue to touch your leave out. You want to just make sure that you are just putting them in as even as possible. I just went in and started installing all of the 20-inch, and I did periodically pull my hair up in a ponytail just to slowly start to give me the illusion of what it's going to be looking like when it's done. So this is all of the 20-inch, and now I'm moving on to the 22-inch, and I'm just doing pretty much the same thing, but you guys will notice that I did mark off a little mark at the top of my head. That's because that's where our invisible part is going to go. So just make sure that you are not going past that line. Now with that last bundle of 24-inch, I'm going to start to create that invisible part. I'm going to start on one side of my head and measure out small little pieces of the bundle and start to glue those in, making sure that the hair is facing my face. You don't want to put the tracks directly on top of each other. You want to make sure that they are going in front of each other. And slowly but surely, it starts to create an illusion that this is my real hair and not the tracks at all. I just continue to put small pieces going all the way around to a half C, and when I get almost close to halfway on the other side, I would just start to apply those tracks in the front like I did on the other side. This is where I'm going to start to close up that parting, and I just put those vertically all the way until I got to the top of my parting. And then to seal off that invisible part, I'm going to be using this Design Control spritz. It's an anti-humidity spritz. I don't know if every other spritz is the same, but this one I'm also going to be trying for my lace front wigs because the hold on this spritz is like no other. So now I'm going to go into layering the hair, and like I said, putting the 20, 22, and then 24 as the last bundle creates an illusion of natural layers. All I'm going to do is section off small pieces of hair and tie those down and cut off about one layer of hair from the ends. I could not believe my eyes at this part of the video. The way I bodied this and how believable this looks, you would not have thought my scalp looked the way it did from the beginning of the video. I just love how versatile this quick weave is. You can make your thin hair look fuller. You can rock it in a side part, a middle part, a ponytail, you name it. I also think if you get a texture that matches your specific hair type, that's how it will look a lot more realistic if you guys were to try this out at home. I'm going to define the hair using 3 products. First up is my leave-in, and to make that I'm mixing silicone mix and water in a spray bottle. I just put a couple of spoonfuls in the bottle and shook that together. Then I sprayed that on the hair first, and on my TikTok you guys were asking, can you use this in your natural hair? And I think because this is a deep treatment, you should be washing it out, so only on your bundles, girlas. Next up is using this Melt and Slay setting mousse. I use this in my natural hair and my weaves because it defines the curls and moisturizes them really well. I just put that on top of the leave-in and use my Denman brush just to define those curls through. As far as my natural hair, I'm using this Ores Olive Oil Slick Smoothing Gel. This was my first time using this and I was blown away by the hold in my hair. It's so hard finding a good gel when it comes to my hair type, y'all, and this is definitely that product I'm always going to have on hand for now on. I just put that in my hair and blended it through with my Denman brush, and I also used some clips to lay down my hair. This prevents my hair from frizzing up or curling up later on. To define the ends of my curls, I like to use this texture mousse from the Deuce. This holds the curls in place and makes them really shine. I just twirled small sections of the hair around my finger and then just pulled those curls through. And then I just took my time doing my whole entire head to prevent any frizz that will happen on the ends. And that is it, Girlas. This 360 invisible part quick weave is one for the books. This looks exactly like my hair, and the bundles were super affordable. It was under $200 for 4 bundles, $172 for 3. I'm making a TikTok on the takedown from this quick weave and how I reuse the bundles and give them a good wash bath. That video will be posted this week, so follow me on TikTok, babes. I was just doing a few quick weave styles that I've been wearing with this hair. Let me know in the comments how you guys think I did, and per usual, can't wait to see you guys in my next one, and bye y'all.